Manchester United are back in the Champions League. Oh my god, I am so happy for this. Anyway, let's get right into the match reaction. I love this game. Manchester United are back in the Champions League. And what a game that was. Manchester United beat Chelsea 4-1 at Old Trafford. And Manchester United secure Champions League football. And it's just something that, obviously, we knew we thought. I was confident going into this game, but I didn't expect Manchester United to absolutely dominate Chelsea the way we did. But again, let's give credit to Chelsea. They had the chances, but they just couldn't put it to bed. And what a goal by João Felix. Obviously, poor defender for Manchester United at the end of the game. But again, United get the 3 points. That's all that matters. And I'm just so happy that United are back in the Champions League. No more of hearing the dumb Europa League music. We're back to playing Tuesday and Wednesday night footballs in the Champions League on the big stage, playing the gigantic teams. And yes, United have a long way to go on being dominant in Europe and dominant in the Premier League, but it's a step in the right direction. Erik ten Hag has nailed down what he wanted to do, and that's get top 4. Despite let's not like, I'm just excited, to be honest. But with obviously Ten Hag's already won the Carabao Cup. We've got the FA Cup final a week on Saturday, and it's just absolutely brilliant, to be honest. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just absolutely ecstatic that United have finally secured Champions League football, because let's be honest, we all got a bit nervous with Liverpool rising and getting better and better, but they're the ones who are going to have to endure being in Europa League, playing Thursday night football, and it's going to be grueling for them, but maybe it's a right step for Liverpool's restart almost. They've done well to climb back up to 5th place, but I think that's all they're good for now. But so I think they just need to nail down and get 5th place, and their season starts next season. But anyway, let's just get right into this game. And first of all, if you've watched this channel for a while now, you'll know I'm a massive critic of Jadon Sancho. I've said he's mundane. I've said that he offers us nothing. I've said plenty of things about Jadon Sancho, and I'm not going to take it all back, because Sancho has been quite poor for us recently, and especially last season as well. But I can honestly say this is Jadon Sancho's best game in a Manchester United shirt, and I'm all for it. And the reason why I know he had his best game in a United shirt is why I've been saying it all season, that Jadon Sancho needs to play on the right hand side. More creative, he gets more space on the ball, and he can produce a lot more. Jadon Sancho got an assist tonight from Martial. And Jadon Sancho for me was absolutely brilliant tonight. But for me, there was one man who had to be man of the match, and that is Casemiro. Again, he showed why he's probably going to be our player of the year, despite him having these red cards. He's been absolutely sensational for us this season, and Casemiro is absolutely brilliant. Now, this is like, because some people doubted Casemiro when he first joined. He was overpriced. He's just coming for a big payday. This, and this. But for me, Casemiro, he's a professional. He's a true professional footballer, and he's the reason why you separate Casemiro and Paul Pogba, 2 world-class players, but one comes to play football and one comes for money, and you know who I'm talking about here. And this is why Casemiro has become a fan favourite in the fan base. Casemiro is absolutely brilliant. Yes, he's had a bit of a shaky form, but over the last 2 games, he's been an absolute game changer. He's been back to his best, and he's just shown why he deserves to be in the team of the season for this season. Casemiro is absolutely brilliant, in my opinion. And, you know, obviously Antony went off with an injury. It's unfortunate, but again, obviously we never want to see a player injured. You never want to see that. But Jadon Sancho, for me, played better on the right hand side than Antony has all season, and I'm going to say that because Jadon Sancho just looked a lot more comfortable. It looked a lot more relaxed and calm. So obviously we have kind of rushed back Marcus Rashford. Obviously Marcus Rashford had only just come back from an injury or an illness, whatever it was. But Rashford had a good game today. So the whole team played well today, and I think we played a lot better without Anthony and Jadon Sancho on the right. So maybe that's something United can be exploring. That you play Sancho on the right, Martial through the middle, and Rashford on the left. Or if when you take off Martial, you bring on Garnacho for Martial, and then put Rashford through the middle. I personally feel like that this is a right step in the right direction. It gives me confidence going into the derby in the final. It gives me confidence for Fulham at the weekend. So I'm really looking forward to this game, but I'm honestly expecting to see massive rotation on the final day of the season. United have already guaranteed top 4. I think he'll put out the second team. I think he'll allow a player like play Maguire, for example. He'll put we want to secure third, because let's not forget about this either. United have secured top 4, but we're now 2 points ahead of Newcastle, considering they wanted to play for a draw against Leicester. So now United have an opportunity to secure third place, which would be absolutely brilliant for Erik ten Hag's first season. Now, Erik ten Hag has now won 40 games out of the possible 60. He's doing absolutely incredible for his first season as Manchester United manager. He's won more games than any other predecessor, and that's just brilliant. But the thing is now, next season, he's now gonna, instead of this season with United fans being like, all we need is top 4. If Ten Hag can get us playing an exciting brand of football, that's all we can ask for. Our expectations were low, proper low, and next season everyone's going to have high expectations on Erik ten Hag. Some deluded fans will probably say, could we go for a title race? That would be absolutely delusional. United need to now secure and nail down what we've done this season, and that's now stay consistent in the top 4. But now top 4 is secure, I can now relax. Fulham, whatever they have to do against us, if they win, if we lose, I want us to win, because I want United to win every single game, secure third place. But I think it's due to the morale of the squad as well. If we beat Fulham in an orderly fashion like we did against Chelsea tonight, win by 2 or 3-0, and we play good football, that will give us so much confidence going into the final of the FA Cup. And it's in United's hands to stop the treble. I personally feel like Inter Milan are going to shock the world and win the Champions League. I am going to say that, and I'm going to clip this and remind everyone when Inter Milan do win this. City might absolutely batter them. I don't know, but I personally have this gut feeling that it's not going to be the final everyone thinks it is. Everyone thinks City are going to absolutely demolish them 3 or 4-0. I don't think that's the case. I think Inter Milan have got something up their sleeve, and City are going to learn that in the Champions League final. And I don't think United will win the FA Cup final at the moment. I don't have that confidence going into the Carabao Cup like we did against Newcastle. But what I do say is that I'm optimistic about it and I'm excited for it. But, City are probably one of the best teams in the world at the moment. And they could beat anyone on their day. But it's down to the pressure. And it depends who wants it more. So, realistically, I'm not sure with the Man City game, but I want to have every single advantage possible going into that final and try and win the FA Cup, because at this point now, it's got to the point where I love Manchester United, as you know, but with football as a whole, it's a beautiful game and it brings me so much joy, so much love, so much passion, and I love watching neutral games, and I'll definitely be watching the Champions League final. But I just want my team to win, and with winning the Carabao Cup early in the year and possibly winning the FA Cup too, it brings me so much joy, and I just want it to happen. And even if it doesn't happen, I can safely say that Erik ten Hag has taken us in the right step in the right direction. Like, some fans, I've probably said Erik ten Hag out at some point while he's been manager at Manchester United. Some fans have probably said that certain players aren't good enough for the club. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I've said that about certain players. But at this point now, we've got 2 games left of the season. Let's back whoever plays. And I'm just going to say that now, because Sancho, and this is because Sancho surprised me, okay? Sancho, to me, when I saw Sancho on the team sheet today, I was like, you know what? I hope Sancho has a good game. And he did. And this video is pretty much me talking about Sancho, because Sancho absolutely surprised me. And I'm going to make a video about him tomorrow, because for me, Sancho was absolutely superb. And if it wasn't for Casemiro, I personally feel like Sancho would have got man of the match. Some people have given it Bruno Fernandes, some people have given it Casemiro. But for me, Casemiro is my man of the match. But Jadon Sancho, that's his best game in a Man United shirt. And hats off to him, and I hope he plays like that for now until and the last 2 games of the season, because again, when he first joined us, United don't create enough on the wings. We know this. Marcus Rashford is a very attacking winger. We struggle for goals as it is already. Our wingers don't create enough chances. Jadon Sancho was brilliant on the right hand side tonight, and whether Anthony's injury is fatal or just a minor injury, I say keep Sancho, because for me, Sancho played 10 times better than how Anthony's played all season. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, let's do the match ratings. David De Gea for me gets an 8. He was absolutely superb, and the saves he made through when he needed to was absolutely brilliant. Yes, he did concede a goal, but that's down to the defence, not David De Gea in my opinion. João Felix, it was a very well taken goal. Wan-Bissaka for me also gets an 8. And you know what? The entire defence gets 8, apart from Malacia, who gets a 7. But for me, Luke Shaw, superb in the first half. Lindelof and Varane, superb throughout the entire game. Wan-Bissaka, perfect for the entire game. Casemiro, 10 out of 10 performance, absolutely superb. Eriksen for me gets a 7. Bruno Fernandes gets an 8. Anthony, I am going to give a 6 to. I don't think he really did much in this game. I think that the stupid shot he did, not the stupid shot, that's the wrong choice of words. The questionable shot that he did was just, like I said, questionable. I don't know why he takes these shots, and his playmaking ability just needs to improve. I'm not I'm not hating on Anthony. It just wasn't a good game today from Anthony, and he does need to start stepping up his game now. Martial, I'm going to give a 7 to. And Jadon Sancho, I'm going to give an 8 to. You know what? No, I'm giving Sancho a 9. I felt like he was brilliant today. Marcus Rashford, I'm going to give an 8 to. Who else came on? Obviously, we've just mentioned Malacia. Fred, I'm going to give a 6 to. Didn't really do much. McTominay as well, I'll give a 6 to. And I'm pretty sure that's everyone. If I've missed anyone out, they also get a 6, but I can't really remember. But an Erik ten Hag, I'm going to give him a 9. Brilliant the way he set up. He didn't rush Rashford back, didn't rush Garnacho back. Still played Rashford and Garnacho and brought them on as substitutions. But for me, I felt like it was a great game for Manchester United, and hopefully we can beat Fulham. And then all we've got is the FA Cup final, which I cannot wait for. But anyway, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.